Time to update my Mando. Shit. This is not an LE. And he's making himself right at home. Elektra, power on test. Take 2 in 3, 2, 1. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Yay, Stern. You finally came out with an update for all your crashing Spike games. So while I wait for my new Mandalorian code to update, it is back to Elektra time. Actually, I should have lifted the hood here, because in the last video, I didn't show you, but it's not really a big deal or anything, but I connected these random, I still don't know what they are, those little things mounted into the bottom plate there. There's 3 of these green connectors. So I connected all of them and turned on the machine, and nothing happened. So I'm not really sure what they're there for yet, but then I was going to vacuum the cabinet and clean up this cabinet, so probably going to start doing that. I'm really thinking about putting this head on tonight. Actually, it's more like today. Actually tonight, I'm kind of excited about this. Actually, I'm very excited about it. I quit soccer 2.5 years ago, right at the beginning of COVID, because my back just wouldn't let me do it anymore. And tonight, our old team is reuniting, and I'm going to try and get back on the field, as old as I am, and run around and try and survive. Just co-ed rec, nothing major. No high testosterone, high competitive action. But, so I'm going to mess around today with this, and then tonight I'm going to go get on the turf for the first time and see if my cardio likes that or not. So I want to clean up all this gunk everywhere. It still has a funky smell to it. I'm not too thrilled about it. And then I'm going to have to sort out the mystery orange wires. I haven't really looked into it yet, but these 2 wires here connect to these 2 wires here. Now I think there's a chance that it may not matter, because I noticed they do look like they're part of the GI circuit. 2 that go here. This looks like the beginning of an AC circuit. Maybe? It starts here, then it goes all the way around and ends up at the green. But also, there's 2 up here, so how does that work? I'm not... Oh, okay, so no, these are... That's kind of in the middle of the whole circuit there of GI lights. So I got to sort that out, figure out those last 2 wires. And once I do that, I can pop in my Rotten Dog solenoid driver, and I can really just pop this head on and see what happens. We could potentially turn this thing on today, but don't get your hopes up, because I get distracted and I go on tangents and I start doing other stuff. But it would be pretty cool to see what happens, possibly today. So I'm going to mess around with these orange wires, clean up the cabinet a bit, and see what other trouble I get myself into. Guess I should probably turn this off so I don't electrocute myself. And yeah, I'll putter around here for a bit, and I'll let you know what happens. Yeah, it would be nice to have a new plastic set, but we'll see about that. Anyway, I'll tinker, putter, and I'll report back in a bit. All right, I'm sitting on my butt again, taking a little break. It's a little dusty in here, but that is, you know, basically because I have my flash on, so it likes to show all the dust. But I gotta have the flash on, so it's gonna have to be dusty. So I have cleaned up the inside of the cabinet. I gave it a good vacuum and then a wipe down. Nothing too crazy, but it looks a lot better than it did. I kind of rerouted some of these wires. I'm gonna probably, I feel like there's a clamp or two missing on the side here. Let's see, there's probably a hole or two somewhere. I don't know. I'm gonna tidy up those wires a little bit better. But yeah, things are a little cleaner in here. And some miscellaneous wiping down of just random crap. This whole neck area, you probably noticed in the last video, was very gross. And it is a lot better now. Oh, and I didn't find anything too exciting, but this is what I found. A couple candy wrappers, a couple screws, piece of glass. It's pretty sharp. I don't know if that's tempered or not. An old playfield glass or something maybe broke. A rubber, a toothpick, a high voltage sign, and I usually find 1/4 in every single machine, it seems like. And I got downgraded to 1 dime, so I'll pocket that. Did I tell you? No, I don't think I told you. That I said, screw it, and I just connected the orange wires. I'm going to assume it doesn't matter. If it does matter, we will find out in glorious fashion. Well, hopefully not. I could maybe post this on the Pinball Repair group. But, I mean, since it's, to me, looks like it's for general illumination, which is an AC circuit, I think that means alternating current. It goes, I don't know, back this way and back and forth. So I don't think it matters if it was direct current, DC. I'm not an electrician. I don't know this shit. So I just wing it sometimes. And it's a calculated gamble. So we'll see what happens. So I think I am probably ready to stick the head on. Is there anything else I want to do? Oh, I did discover this. This is an interesting thing. Not sure exactly what it is. If you are an Elektra owner, you can maybe tell me. There's this L bracket here that is in the playfield, and there's a wire coming to this, like kind of bluey, and then a green wire coming out of it, very, very thick gauge, non-stranded copper wire that goes to the back of that lamp socket. So what the hell is that all about? Does this blue wire just need to make it over to this socket to get rid of all that crap? That is a bit of a mystery to me. I don't understand that. So did they run out of... No, just don't get it. I don't get it. But that can't be factory. So let me know if you agree that that is just some weird hack that I should undo and just take this blue wire, solder that directly to this socket. Like, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, that is one thing I discovered. I haven't noticed any other hacks yet, but I may find them. Okay, so I'm just trying to place an order for 100 LEDs at pinballLEDs.ca with Eddie Durazio, shout out, because I have lots of 555 bulbs, LEDs, but I don't think I have enough to do this machine. I'm going to go with natural white, and I've got maybe 80 of them or something. I don't think that's going to be enough to do the job, and even if it is, then I'll be completely depleted, so I need to refresh. I'm really not looking forward to dealing with all these 555 style sockets. I don't know, I like the 44 style, but this guy is going to get LED'd, that is for sure, because even though the play fields are kind of poopy, here, we'll do a cheat. We'll put the flashlight on the underside here, and then we can get a little taste of what the play field illuminated will look like. Got these guys here. Oh, I know why. My flash being on. Here we go. This is actually an LED bulb, so sort of reminiscent of what things might look like. Very blurry. Let's go upper playfield. So that's kind of fun. Yeah, so I think this machine, basically almost every machine, will benefit from some nice LEDs. Okay, so I think that it's time to put the head on. Take off all this green tape everywhere. Oh yeah, there's one other thing that I was trying to do. I just made a post in the Pinball Repair Help group. Where'd it go? This ground strap was just kind of like wrapped around in here in the head. And I found the other end of it, which is right here. These two guys need to get connected so I can ground the head. But I tried a bunch of solder and flux on this end here, and it just was not working. So should I just like staple it together? So I made a post, what is a good way to do that? Because solder just doesn't seem to want to work for me. So I'll get that fixed up one way or another. And then I think it's time to, yeah, install the head. Time to update my Mando. Shit. This is not an LE. Back to the drawing board. Okay, that's better. Time to start. Press select to update. Here we go. All right, we're in business. I'll proceed there and get back to Elektra. Okay, I posted on Pinball Repair Group the best way to attach these two pieces of ground braid because my solder wasn't working. And I got lots of different suggestions, lots of good ones. And the one that seemed easiest and quickest for me was the sandwich the two wires between two washers and a nut and a screw. So I cranked the crap out of that, and voila, that will do the trick. All right, so it is time for the head. All right, heck, I haven't done time lapse in a while, so let's get at her. I'm completely not ready yet. I gotta deal with this head in a couple different ways before I can just carry it over here. All right, I think I'm ready now. And looks like my Mando code is successfully updated. There we go. 1.31 code is successfully...
ship. She's a classic. Razor Crest, am I right?
Successfully installed. The only way to find out if it works now without resetting is to play the crap out of it. But Elektra needs some love. So I'm going to grab my new Altec solenoid driver. Then we know we've got a good power supply, good solenoid driver, and we can just plug the friggin' CPU right in, lamp driver, soundboard. I mean, maybe I'll keep the soundboard unplugged for now, just in case. Because if you watched Mystic, you would know that the soundboard being plugged in was causing a fuse to blow on the power supply because of a bad capacitor. So I'm going to go get all that sorted out, plug all this in, and then I will be back. All right, got me a solenoid driver and some company. This is a cat that lives around the corner on Princess Street. He's got his own Facebook profile. Hi, buddy. His Facebook is Hank on Princess. But he's been on our street quite a bit. So actually at our house. And we usually leave him outside 98 or 9% of the time. But he just hangs out at our back door nonstop or front porch. And he's just too cute to not let him come in for 30 seconds here and there. I don't think our cat loves it. Well, I know she doesn't. So I thought we'd let him in for a couple minutes. Where'd you go, Hanky? He'll turn up somewhere, but oh, there you are. All right. Have you had your fun down here? We gave him some wet food. Give him some treats, and time for you to go back outside, you little bugger. Okay, we've had this guy in the house for about 2 minutes now, which is the longest we've ever let him in, and he's making himself right at home. But I think it's time for you to go back to Hank on Princess and not Hank on Elias Street. Okay, Hank is back outside and solenoid driver installed. Now time to connect everything. Feed this harness down, feed all the other crap up, and see what happens. So here we go. All right, everything is connected except the soundboard. The only connector that kind of was tricking me a little bit was this one, because the only place it fit was here, and you don't use 3 of the pins. But that's okay. And then here is the speakers that go. Where's the connector? There's an unused connector here, unused connector here, and there should be a 2-pinner. Oh, I wonder if this goes like such. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research just to see if that is the case. But we're not too concerned about that. We just want all the main boards. That guy's good. CPU is unknown condition. Lamp driver. Oh. Okay. This is a different layout. Or wait a minute. Did somebody change out a bunch of these like this? These guys with the cross-legged action? That looks like someone did that to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 of them. I guess they made them work. As long as there's no funkiness going on with the display or the auxiliary lamp driver, then I feel like we could have a successful test here. But that's very optimistic, isn't it? Oh, and one other neat little feature is this little lip here. That is what you pull on to lift the playfield, because it's one heavy beast. So Bally added this extra steel lip that is solid that you won't see on other games. Okay, I'm going to put the playfield in fully, maybe even throw in a ball or two. I don't know how many balls I need to throw in here, but and then we're going to power this on. All right, this is the big moment. I guess I'll keep that on. I threw in a ball. First thing we want to kind of investigate is when I turn on the power, is there anything shorted on the play fields that locks on? Make sure nothing blows in here. I'll turn off the flash because we want to be able to see if there's any explosion. Okay, let's just do it. Okay, Elektra, first time powering on. It's in 3 years. It was a heap of pieces when I got it. Now it is an assembled heap of electrification. So enough suspense. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, nothing blew up in there. Okay, we have a locked on MPU light. So something is bad on the MPU. We could check these voltages at the solenoid driver to make sure that they are proper before proceeding. We don't have any general illumination on the play field, which is a little odd unless they're all controlled lamps, but I don't know about that. We have display glow on one display. Just on one display. That is not necessarily a good sign. Oh yeah, there's this other display here, but we can't see the glow. Okay, so some interesting stuff. I think I'm going to measure voltages on the solenoid driver and then grab my Alltech MPU and I'll be back. Okay, here's my new Alltech CPU all hooked up. The one I got from the swap meet. I changed the dip switch settings for Elektra, and I don't really see any reason why it shouldn't work. Oh, I tested all the voltages on the Alltech solenoid driver, and I think just all the fact that there's red LEDs along each side of them, did I say red? Green, indicates that the voltages are good. Oh, that's got a little bit of stress on that connector. I imagine if the voltages is not right, then it would be a red LED beside, because it looks like there might be, no, maybe not 2 LEDs, but maybe they're like RGB. Okay, so here we go. Elektra power on test. Take 2 in 3, 2, 1. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Uh-oh. Tried to power on and then failed. Or did it? I thought I saw general illumination come on briefly. This solenoid fired. In case there's a ball there, that would make sense. But the fact that I saw lights and I see no lights now makes me suspicious of that F5 fuse that's 20 amp, which is probably general illumination. This is really good news. Look at this. All displays are working. We have some controlled lamps, some general illumination lamps. So I have a feeling that F5 fuse blew. But here's what I mean, which is pretty sweet about this Alltech solenoid driver. It tells you that the voltages are good, just with the green LEDs. I forget why Q19. Wait a minute. Maybe that light for Q19 being on is telling me that Q19 is locked on. Could that be this? No. Okay, so we got a couple things to check. F5 fuse and whatever else I said. I'm thinking, can I add credits? But can I? Let's hit the start button for fun. Oh, see that? I tried to do that again, but the ball didn't kick out of the saucer for one. But here, and hit the start button. Here we go. No? Because I'm already in a game? Is that why? Oh shit. Look at this. Our ball finally came out. What about flippers? Whoa. Interesting. So this switch may be activating a relay, which tells the main playfield to come to life. Is there an interlock switch? Is that why I don't have flippers? No? Okay, that's going to be something altogether. Do I have anything else? This is like quite a state. Oh, look. We have a rollover that's pressed down and stuck in. I don't think that is the issue, but could be. Oh, so the two solenoids I hear kicking are this and probably the drop targets resetting. Okay. What happens? Do I have any points now? I do not have any points, but looks like I started a 2-player game. So what happens if I drain? Oh! A little bit of a light show. And the drop target reset. Since I didn't get any points, whoa, quite the delay in kicking out. So what ball am I on? Maybe because I got no points, it's a mulligan. So let's hit this switch. No, since the game's already activated. Okay. It's definitely something. It's definitely a start. I going to have to figure out what is going on, because a lot of crap is not working. Saucer works. This captive ball needs to be on the other side of these drop targets. I don't think this is going to be my issue. But did I miss a connector? I mean, I don't think I did. Maybe there's something funky with... Here, let's see if that works. That works. Sling's not working. Okay, well, it's a bit of a sad state of affairs, but at least it's doing something, so it's definitely a start. So I'm gonna tinker around for a little bit. It's getting to the point where I gotta start getting ready for soccer fairly soon, so I will, if I have anything to report back, I will let you know. Otherwise, maybe I'll just wrap it up. Call it a day. That's pretty cool. Ball floating over the lower playfield. I do like that. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling on here because I'm half in figuring out mode and half in what the F is going on mode and half in record mode. So we're going to call that a wrap. We'll keep plugging away and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Okay, last bit of bonus footage. I just couldn't leave well enough alone. I don't know if I solved the problem yet, but it's got a very interesting design that you've never seen on any other machine. I mean, I haven't. See that switch there? This little thing was a little bit wonky. I'm sticking my finger in the trough, and when a ball goes through, it closes that switch, okay? That was kind of misadjusted, so I cleaned the switch and readjusted it. Then you got this guy here. That's just not something I've ever seen before either, to launch the ball into the shooter lane. So I'll drop a ball in here, and you can see what happens. It's supposed to register that switch, and then, you know, this will fire the ball out into the trough. So it got me thinking, maybe it wants to have a second ball in there to have that switch closed. And also, oh, my knee, that's not a good sign before for the game. I put that ball in the correct position. And I believe the player one display started flashing the zeros. But then I turned it off so we could see if it works together. So, is that all it was? Just a switch. See, look. We have attract mode. Okay, perfect. Displays were tricking me there for a minute, but they're effectively showing the high score to date when that light comes on, which is currently 0. But look, we have attract lighting, we have displays. This is the behavior I was hoping to see. Okay, let's hit the start button. Boom. Okay, I heard 3 solenoids. Kicking this out probably, resetting these, kicking this guy out, and then the solenoid to launch the ball into the shooter lane. I think there's a hope that we have flippers now. Come on, baby. Ah, that's poo. Close the coin door for fun. Wonder if we need to activate this switch for some reason. Oh, I thought we were really onto something. The ball does launch into the shooter lane much more speedily. Oh, it actually carried over to ball 2. So this is progress. Oh, except I don't have a ball. So maybe it's not progress, but it feels like it. Anyway, that's enough for this video. We'll see you guys on the next one.